What if peace of mind was found not in having all the answers, but in becoming perfectly comfortable with not knowing? The Stoics discovered a profound secret. Our power lies not in controlling the future, but in mastering our response to its uncertainty. This is the path to true fearlessness. 4 steps to accept uncertainty. Stoic method, face fear, compiled and published by Stoic Dominion. Lesson 1. Stillness in the face of chaos. The deep ocean, far beneath the turbulent waves and raging storms on the surface, remains profoundly and eternally still. So too can the human mind cultivate a place of deep stillness that is untouched by the chaotic storms of external uncertainty. We live in a world that is inherently unpredictable. A promising career can vanish overnight, a stable relationship can face unexpected trials, and the world itself can change in ways we never anticipated. When we are confronted with this chaos, our instinct is to meet it with an inner storm of our own, a frantic whirlwind of anxiety, worry, and desperate attempts to mentally grasp for control. The problem is that this inner turmoil makes us completely ineffective. A mind lost in the chaos of what if cannot think clearly, cannot see opportunities, and cannot act with wisdom. We become a ship tossed in the storm, not only battered by the external waves, but also taking on water from our own internal panic, making it all the more likely that we will capsize. The transformative solution is the foundational Stoic practice of cultivating inner stillness. It is the conscious and deliberate choice to create a sanctuary of calm within yourself, a place of quiet observation that is separate from the external chaos. It is the art of becoming the deep, still ocean beneath the surface storm. The core wisdom is that the outer world cannot inflict chaos upon your inner world without your consent. By practicing stillness, you are actively withholding that consent. You are making a powerful declaration that while you may not control the events of the world, you are the absolute sovereign of your own mind. This stillness is not a passive resignation. It is an active, powerful stance of inner control. The actionable steps to find this stillness are simple and can be practiced anywhere. First, commit to a daily 5-minute stillness practice. Simply sit in silence, close your eyes, and focus your entire attention on the sensation of your breath. When your mind wanders into the chaos of thought, gently and without judgment, guide it back to your breath. This is the basic training of the mind. Second, throughout the day, take 60-second stillness pauses. Stop what you are doing and simply observe your surroundings without labeling or judging them. Just see, just hear, just be. Third, use a physical anchor. When you feel anxiety rising, press your feet firmly into the floor. Feel the solid ground beneath you. Let this physical sensation remind you of the inner ground of your stillness. The benefit of this practice is that you will build a reliable inner refuge. When the world becomes chaotic, you will have a place of calm clarity to retreat to, allowing you to respond to the situation with wisdom and strength rather than fear. Your call to action is to begin your 5-minute daily stillness practice tomorrow morning. Do not worry about doing it perfectly. The victory is in the simple act of showing up and committing to the practice. This stillness creates the space we need. But where should we direct our focus within that space? Our next lesson will explore the critical Stoic discipline of controlling only what you truly can. If you are ready to find your inner calm, please like this video. Lesson 2. Control what you truly can. The master archer does not control the wind, the rain, or the movement of the target. The master archer controls only 2 things: the tension of the bowstring and the moment of its release. By focusing all their energy on these 2 things, they achieve mastery. In the face of uncertainty, our greatest source of anxiety is our desperate attempt to control things that are, and always will be, outside of our control. We worry about the economy. We stress about what other people think of us. We obsess over future outcomes, and we ruminate on past mistakes. The problem with this focus is that it is a guaranteed recipe for frustration, fear, and a sense of powerlessness. When you tie your peace of mind to things you cannot control, you are sentencing yourself to a life of emotional turmoil. You are an archer trying to command the wind, an impossible and maddening task that drains your energy and ensures you will always miss the mark. The transformative solution is the most fundamental principle of Stoic philosophy, the dichotomy of control. This is the practice of drawing a sharp, clear line in your mind between the things that are within your control and the things that are not, and then dedicating 100% of your energy to the former. The core idea is that while most of the universe is outside of our command, a small but immensely powerful kingdom is entirely our own. This kingdom includes our thoughts, our judgments, our intentions, and our actions. The Stoics teach that if we can achieve mastery over this inner kingdom, the chaos of the outer world loses its power to disturb us. True power is not controlling the world, but controlling yourself. The actionable steps to apply this principle are a form of mental sorting. First, when you feel anxious or afraid about a situation, take a piece of paper and draw a line down the middle. On one side, list every aspect of the situation that you cannot control. On the other side, list the few things you absolutely can control. Second, consciously and formally release the items on the no control list. You might even say aloud, "I release control over these things." Third, choose one single item from your control list and make that your entire focus. The benefit of this practice is an immediate and profound sense of relief and empowerment. Anxiety dissolves when you stop trying to carry the weight of the world on your shoulders. By focusing your energy on the small circle of things you can control, you will act with far greater effectiveness and a deep sense of peace, knowing you have done all that is in your power to do. Your practice for this week is to perform this control sort for one specific worry that is currently causing you anxiety. See for yourself how this simple act of clarification can transform your emotional state. We now know where to focus our energy, but this requires us to abandon a deep human craving. Our next lesson will explore the courageous act of letting go of the need for certainty. If this lesson has brought you clarity, please subscribe to Stoic Dominion. Lesson 3. Let go of needing certainty. The sailor who demands a perpetually calm sea and a guaranteed favorable wind will never leave the harbor. The wise sailor learns to navigate the unpredictable waters. Their skill and courage forged not in certainty, but in their ability to masterfully adapt to the unknown. One of the deepest sources of human anxiety is our intense craving for certainty. We want to know that our career path is secure, that our relationships will last forever, that our health will remain perfect, and that our plans will unfold exactly as we envision them. The fundamental problem is that this desire for certainty is a desire for a world that does not and cannot exist. Life is, by its very nature, uncertain, unpredictable, and constantly changing. To demand certainty from an uncertain universe is to set yourself up for a lifetime of disappointment, frustration, and fear. It is like demanding that the ocean hold still. It is a fight against the fundamental nature of reality. The transformative solution is the Stoic practice of not just tolerating uncertainty, but actively embracing it. This is the mental shift from seeing uncertainty as a threat to seeing it as an essential and even beautiful part of the human adventure. It is the art of learning to be comfortable in the space of not knowing. The core wisdom here is what the Stoics called amor fati, a love of one's fate. This means accepting every moment, including moments of uncertainty, as necessary and perfect. The courageous soul does not just accept the unknown, they learn to love it, for it is in the unknown that all possibility, all growth, and all adventure reside. Certainty is a cage, uncertainty is the open field of freedom. The actionable steps to let go of this need are about retraining your mind's relationship with the unknown. First, practice certainty fasting. Deliberately engage in a small activity without planning every detail. Go for a walk without a map, start a conversation without a script, or try a new recipe without obsessively checking the instructions. Second, when you feel the anxiety of not knowing arise, relabel the feeling. Instead of calling it anxiety, call it excitement or curiosity. Say to yourself, this feeling of uncertainty is the feeling of adventure. Third, remind yourself that you have successfully navigated uncertainty countless times in your past. Recall specific instances where you didn't know the outcome, and yet you adapted and survived. The benefit of this practice is a profound liberation from anxiety. You will feel a sense of lightness and playfulness return to your life. By making peace with uncertainty, you open yourself up to the full richness of life's experience, ready to adapt and thrive no matter what comes next. Your motivational practice is to plan one certainty fast for this week. Choose one small activity and consciously embrace the feeling of not knowing the outcome. This is your training in the art of adventure. We have learned to find stillness, to focus on our control, and to let go of the need for certainty. With this foundation, we are ready for the final step. Our next lesson will explore how to act boldly in the midst of the unknown. Let us know in the comments what you will do for your certainty fast. Lesson 4. Act boldly amid the unknown. The master archer, having perfected their form and chosen their moment, does not wait for the wind to die down completely. They accept the conditions as they are and release the arrow with bold and decisive action, trusting in their training while accepting the uncertainty of the arrow's flight. The final temptation, after we have done all our inner work, is to remain in a state of passive acceptance. We can become so comfortable in our inner citadel of calm that we fail to engage with the world. We accept uncertainty but use it as an excuse for inaction, telling ourselves that since we cannot know the outcome, it is better to do nothing at all. The problem is that this passivity is a betrayal of our purpose. We were not put on this earth to simply endure it with calm. We are here to act, to create, to strive, and to contribute. A life of pure acceptance without bold action is only half a life. Courage is not just an inner state, it is an outer expression. The final transformative step is to integrate our inner peace with bold, decisive action. It is the practice of stepping out of the harbor of contemplation and into the unpredictable seas of life, guided by our values and powered by a will that is not deterred by the unknown. The core Stoic idea is that our duty is to act virtuously based on the best information we have, and then to be utterly indifferent to the results. We must act as if everything depends on us, while knowing that the ultimate outcome depends on nothing we can control. This beautiful paradox is the heart of a bold and peaceful life. You give your absolute best to the action, and then you completely and totally release the result to fate. The actionable steps to cultivate this bold action are simple. First, you must choose your direction based on your values, not on the probability of success. Ask yourself, what is the most virtuous and courageous course of action, regardless of the outcome? Second, you must take the first, small, concrete step. Do not wait for the perfect moment or for all your fears to vanish. Act now. Boldness is a muscle that grows with use. Third, as you act, practice enjoying the process itself. Find satisfaction in the quality of your effort, not in the anticipation of the reward. The benefit of this practice is that you will live a life of purpose, courage, and immense satisfaction. You will be free from the paralysis of what if and energized by the power of I did. You will become a force for good in the world, an agent of change who is not afraid to act in the face of uncertainty. This is the ultimate expression of a Stoic mindset. Your final call to action is to identify one bold, value-driven action you have been putting off because of uncertainty. Today, take the first, smallest possible step to bring it to life. This is the moment you move from student to practitioner. You now have the 4 essential steps to accept uncertainty and face your fear. This Stoic method is a direct path to a life of resilience, peace, and bold, confident action. Which step will you begin practicing today? Share your commitment in the comments below. Today we have learned the 4 Stoic steps to peace in an uncertain world. Find stillness in the chaos, control only what you can, let go of the need for certainty, and act boldly in the unknown. This is not a life without storms, but a life with an unshakable ship. Thank you for joining us on this journey to fearless living. If you found value in this guide, please like, comment with your insights, and subscribe to Stoic Dominion to continue building your inner strength and mastering your mind.